This workout has 8 different movements. It's going to be 2 rounds of 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off. In that 20 seconds off, you're going to actually do 10 ice skaters before you rest. If you need to drop that number down to something more like 6 or 4, that's fine, but just stay consistent throughout the workout. The movements include diagonal flying swords, air squats, reverse lunges, woodchops, alternating supermans, inchworms, 45-degree lunges, and goblet squats. As you can see, this workout has a lot of movements with quick transitions, but have fun with it and stick with it. We're going to start with a countdown clock from 16 minutes. We have Fit Happy Hour athlete Jenny leading the workout today, and as always, if you need more information or a quick refresher on any of the movements, you can check out the demo videos before you get started. We're going to start with diagonal flying swords in 3, 2, 1, and go! Try to perform this movement as fluidly as possible and really relax your body and tune in to how you're moving in space. Really enjoy this movement. We're going to be here for 40 seconds total, and then we have 20 seconds of rest, but you have 10 ice skaters to do. Three, 2, 1, and switch to 10 ice skaters. As soon as you're done with these 10 ice skaters, you have the rest of the minute to rest. We have air squats next in 3, 2, 1, and go. We want to make sure to hinge from the hips and sit back. So the butt should be initiating the movement, not the knees. Make sure the knees do not pass the toes, and make sure that those shins stay as vertical as possible. Here we go, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and you have 10 ice skaters before you can rest. Nice job. If 10 is a little ambitious and you need a little more rest built in, remember you can drop that number down, but try to stay consistent. 2, 1, and go. We have reverse lunges next. The target areas here are the butt, hips, legs, and the core stabilizers. We want to make sure that the knees track with the angle and do not pass the toes. So we're thinking about that front leg, which is going to stay full-footed as you step back into the lunge. Nice work, less than 10 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1, and go to ice skaters. You can grab your dumbbell when you're done with the ice skaters. We have woodchops next in 2, 1, and go. We're going to tension up in order to chop down. Good. Try to keep this movement fluid and rotate from those abdominal muscles, not the spine. And switch sides. Good. Nice and easy transition. Here we go. 5 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1, and you have 10 ice skaters. We have alternating Supermans next, so you can go ahead and lay down on your stomach. 2, 1, and go. We're alternating sides here with each rep, so you're gonna raise up opposite arm and leg. Make sure to keep your head in a relaxed and neutral position during this movement, and you want to squeeze the butt before lifting the torso up. Three, 2, 1, and ice skaters. We have Inchworms next, starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. You're going to start in a standing position, and then you're going to walk your hands out, trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. Then you're going to stand up, then hands to the ground again, then walking the feet back, getting into that plank position, and then walking the hands back towards the feet again, then standing up and repeating that cycle. Five seconds left here. 3, 2, 1, and ice skaters. We have 45-degree lunges next in 3, 2, 1, and go. You're going to open up the hip, both feet will stay full-footed, and you're lunging towards that back leg while straightening out your front leg. And we're going to go ahead and alternate sides with each rep. Nice job, halfway there. Three, 2, 1, and switch to 10 ice skaters. Go ahead and grab your dumbbell. 3, 2, 1, we have Goblet Squats. This is going to be the same form that you used for the air squats earlier, except you have that dumbbell and it's going to be right up against your chest. Here we go, 10 seconds left. Then we have our ice skaters, and that'll wrap up round 1 out of 2. 3, 2, 1, and ice skaters. Three, 2, 1, and switch to diagonal flying swords. This is the start of round number 2. We're going to be here for 40 seconds, and same as round 1, we have the 10 ice skaters built into that rest. Nice job, you're halfway there. Really enjoy these diagonal flying swords. Kind of get your heart rate down and get you ready for the rest of the work for this round. Three, 2, 1, and ice skaters. We have air squats next in 3, 2, 1, and go. For these air squats, only go as low as your body will let you without compensation. So keep a neutral spine and keep the shins as vertical as possible as you squat down. Five seconds left here. 3, 2, 1, and ice skaters. We have reverse lunges next in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, you're over halfway there. Three, 2, 1, and ice skaters. You can grab your dumbbell. We have Woodchops next in 2, 1, and go. We're going to be on each side for 20 seconds. And switch sides. Three, 2, 1, and ice skaters. We have alternating Supermans next in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice job. On these Supermans, raise the limbs only as high as you feel activation. So try to avoid that low back from arching up. Good, you're more than halfway there. Three, 2, 1, and 10 ice skaters. Three, 2, 1, and go. We have Inchworms next. You can take your time here. Just like the flying swords, you can really enjoy this full body stretch. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and switch to 10 ice skaters. We're coming up on our final 2 minutes of work. 3, 2, 1, and go. We have 45-degree lunges. If you're still having a hard time with this one, you can substitute these 45-degree lunges for side lunges or any other lunge variation. Three, 2, 1, and ice skaters. Last but not least, we have Goblet Squats in 3, 2, 1, and go. You're gonna have that dumbbell right under your chin against your chest, and we're gonna be here for 40 seconds. And then don't forget about your final set of 10 ice skaters in that last 20 seconds. Nice job. Let's get a few more reps in here. 3, 2, 1, and switch to ice skaters. This is our final set. Let's finish strong. Great job. That was a lot of work to do in 16 minutes. It's time to cool down, stretch, and hydrate. See you next time.